Welcome to the Culturally Distinct Podcast. This is your boy DJ KO.
K-Jack is back in the building.
How you guys doing this evening? I'm glad you guys tuned back in. Last week we had an awesome show. We had awesome responses from the show. It was one of those shows like a battle of the sexes type deal. We're going to do a part 2 of that. I don't know when. I'm going to let you guys know prior, but I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you guys for subscribing. Make sure you continue to do the same. We're going to continue to bring good content to you guys and do it for the culture. Today we have a special show today. Today is one of those shows where we have people that experience this every day. It's called soul food, right? It's not called soul food, but it's called food for your soul. Say that.
Sure.
We all eat. We all have a certain palate for certain things. And today we have a chef in the building today. Everybody, welcome to the show, Chef Akeila Francis. Hey.
Welcome.
How you doing, Akeila?
I'm good.
You good? All right. You good?
Now I feel nervous.
All right.
I wasn't before.
No, it's okay. It's
All
okay. So, Akeila, tell the people where you from. Exactly where you from and how you got started with everything.
Okay. I was born in Jamaica.
Okay.
I grew up in Brooklyn, and then we ended up here in Houston. That's basically
That's it.
that's
What part of Jamaica?
Kingston.
Kingston.
So I'm
Oh,
a
wow.
city
You from the
girl.
hood. You from the
I'm
hood.
a city girl.
Oh, that's the hood. So you went
Say
from
what you want.
you went from Jamaica to New York, which is another. What part of New York you went to?
Brooklyn.
Well, Brooklyn wasn't that bad.
No. Flatbush.
Oh yeah. You definitely went to the hood. I thought I was gonna say you gonna say Fort Greene or somewhere like that.
No.
Oh yeah.
Flatbush. Yeah.
So, inspiration. How did you become a chef? The very first start.
Yeah.
What's the very first time how
Okay,
you
so
became a chef?
I was a bit of a introvert, right?
Okay.
I guess conditioned that way. So because of that, I would, like, when other kids were outside and, having a good time outside or whatever, I was inside trying to figure out, like, how to create something because it was an outlet for me. It was the only way I could deal with or process whatever
Okay.
was going on at the time.
It's in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So
But I would do it when the parent was not home because I couldn't if
When
she
they were
was.
there. Okay.
So how did you learn? Like as a kid, kids they learn from either their big mama or their mother or somebody they saw. How did you learn how to cook?
I am an extreme watcher.
Okay.
Like if you don't
So
you
you-
don't even know I'm looking, and I'm looking though. Like you have no idea. But
So-
I'm like,
So you nosy.
no.
But that's
'Cause
the
I don't
same
put
thing
my
with
nose-
Big Mama, whoever. They just watch. They didn't
Yeah, I
necessarily
don't-
let you in the kitchen, but
Right.
you remember what you
Yeah.
see.
Okay. So being from Jamaica, I know that's the Caribbean. So everybody knows that a lot of Caribbean dishes are made with jerk, right? That spicy
No, not a lot. That is a
misconception.
it's
That's
you
the
guys
commercial.
Is,
That's
it's
the way
right.
they sell it.
It's
Okay.
America's version of barbecue. So there's a time and place for it. It's not in every dish.
Well, I think it's the way they identify the culture. Like when you get Louisiana cuisine, they either say
Gumbo.
New Orleans style, Cajun style.
Yeah.
Right. Creole.
So when you think Creole, so when you think Jamaican, the first thing people go
Jerk.
to is jerk. So it's
Right.
like a culture identifier. So I think it sells. That's the quickest way. It's like for advertisement. It
Well,
sells quicker that way.
I don't think it was supposed to be that way.
Right,
I think
right.
it's just how it ended up.
Well,
It's
think
just
about
the way
it.
it is. I mean, that's the most
If
common
I say shrimp fried rice, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Chinese
Asian.
food.
Asian, right?
Right.
If I say red beans and rice, the first thing comes to mind.
Louisiana.
Black, right?
No,
If I say pig,
No.
all right, let's say this. If I say pig feet,
I would say African American.
Black, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
if I say,
You lost me at the pig.
y'all know y'all ate pig feet in Jamaica. Come on now.
They ate pig.
Oh, you didn't eat? Oh, you was boozy. You was a boozy Jamaican. Okay.
No, not bougie.
So if I was to say jerk, anything, jerk shrimp, jerk chicken, jerk
Yeah.
fish, first thing they're gonna think about is
Right, because
Right.
it's
The
a
Caribbean.
it's a way of selling it.
Right.
So, I mean,
So let me ask you this, Akeila. The name Stush. Where did that name come from? So they call you Chef Stush?
No.
Okay.
No, they call me by my name.
Akeila,
But-
okay.
Yeah, yeah. But I would like to own or to be able to say that it came from a positive place, but it didn't. It was actually like said to me like real derogatory. So the way she said it when I gave her the plate, and it was how I plated it.
Okay.
She was just like, this is stush. But it wasn't like, oh my God, it looks so good, I don't want to eat it. It was like, you know, how dare you? And it's not traditional. It's not.
What was the setting? You were serving someone?
Daughter to mother.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I got you.
Daughter
So
to
this came
mother,
from
and
your mother?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stush.
Okay.
I never heard that term.
Yeah,
Stush.
so it's a Caribbean, or it's a Jamaican term for like bougie. It's our version of bougie.
Okay, a bougie.
Yeah,
Oh,
fancy.
okay.
So I took it and ran with it. 'Cause she's a pretty negative person, so I was just like, I'll show you.
So is your mom European?
No,
She's black.
she's Jamaican.
Oh, she's
Well,
Jamaican. Okay.
I'm adopted, so she's my adopted
Oh,
mother.
I got you. So let me ask you this, because a lot of people that consider themselves as cooks, they also consider themselves as being a chef.
Right?
So what's the difference? Because I talk to multiple chefs and I talk to multiple cooks,
Yeah.
and a chef they will break it down and say this is what a chef does and this is what a cook does.
I think whatever chef told you that is real pretentious, and that's what most of them are.
I agree.
It's they have a certificate versus it's not a degree. It's
Absolutely.
a certificate.
Okay.
And it teaches you mostly about the business side. Like you'll learn the basics for sure, but it'll teach you the business stuff. You don't gain the experience being a chef until you start traveling and working with other people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then they get to turn their nose up or whatever. But it means nothing to me,
Well,
to be honest.
one chef, they told me that a chef specializes. They specialize in certain dishes.
You don't have to. I can make anything.
Like for instance, if I was a person that does barbecue,
right?
right? I could fix barbecue in a kind of ways. But if I had a specialized dish that pertained barbecue, I'm the chef. Even though I'm certified and I have so many hours, culinary hours behind that. But that's why because chefs look down on cooks.
But even if you don't, you can call yourself a chef.
That's the crazy part about it, because
right.
they don't cook in their kitchens.
Okay.
Don't let TV fool you.
Right.
They do not
Okay.
cook in
That's
their
why
kitchen.
you have a sous chef, you have assistants, you
So
have people
the
below that.
cook
It's all levels.
Is cooking in their kitchen.
Right.
Okay.
And those are the people that are doing it because they don't have a choice but to do it. Right?
Right.
So they worked at Anthony Bourdain worked his way up from washing dishes
Right.
to where he's at right now. And he himself don't really like the term chef.
And also the presentation. A lot of chefs has a presentation. Like for instance, do you serve on paper plates?
No, I don't.
Right. That's the difference.
But
Most
that has
cooks.
nothing to do with being a chef.
But it's aesthetics, like
Right.
what
Okay.
you like to see. Like I don't leave my house looking a mess,
Okay.
right? So I'm not gonna put mess on a plate.
Correct.
It doesn't. When I leave the house, I'm not a supermodel. I just don't leave the house looking a mess.
Looking a mess.
Right.
You don't wear a bonnet?
Huh?
Not messing with you.
What hair? Come on,
Okay, so let me ask you this: you specialize in fusion, the fusion cuisine,
Caribbean fusion. Yes.
Caribbean fusion. What does that mean?
All right. So, traditional Jamaican food is kind of scary to
Okay.
certain people, right? They think they want it.
Is it the spice, you think?
It's the spice, and it's also the kind of like the types of meats and stuff that you'll say goat to somebody.
Knowing
They'll
what
eat
to do
goat
with
cheese,
it.
but they don't want to eat
The
goat.
goat.
They
They
don't
don't
want
give
the
you the
mutton.
head because you go some places they're gonna give
Because
you
I
the
want that
head.
soup. I need that.
You need
goat
that
head
soup after you
So,
party because
come
it
on.
does something for
Thank
you. See,
Okay.
I know about that.
Go
So-
ahead. Okay.
Right.
I didn't want to lose people, and I'm big on inclusion, especially because it goes real deep for me. So I didn't want to lose anybody. I wanted to be able to have everybody try my food and experience it or whatever without any issues. Now I do draw the line at, could you tone down the spice a little bit? That's where we don't do that.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So
Just some water.
Caribbean. So you would say, for instance, like oxtails. Oxtails is a Caribbean dish, right?
Yes.
And now it's higher than steak. So
No, not really.
in some places
can
it's
be.
expensive.
It can be.
So you would fuse say an oxtail soup with
I
say
don't no soup.
Well, oxtail. Yeah, that's a soup, right?
He's from the country.
Okay.
I never had oxtails. I never ate oxtails before, so I don't know.
I've never had oxtail soup.
So how do you fix oxtail? You stew them with
I'm a braised and stewed.
So I'm saying you was say if he was to mix that with give me another dish.
Just let her tell you.
Give me well she said fusion, so I'm trying to figure out.
No. So my oxtails are more traditional. I don't necessarily put them on my menu. They are requested.
Okay.
Those dishes are requested. But anything else, like anything that you see with pastas or sandwiches or things that you've never seen in any Jamaican cuisine, it's me fusing it with other cultures because
what is a traditional Jamaican sandwich?
we don't have any.
When you said sandwich, that's what made me ask because I've never seen. I mean, you got patty, which is you know, but I'm like a sandwich.
But that's
I was like, wait,
empanada for
right. But I was when you said sandwich, I was like, wait, what's a Jamaican? I got excited because I thought it was something I didn't know about.
So
but there is no sandwich.
I do the jerk pork sandwich, and I do it in the cocoa bread.
Okay.
I mean, that's the closest thing we have to. And when you put the patty in between the cocoa bread, that's the closest thing to a sandwich we got. Or a Jamaican sandwich, which we call poor man's food or lunch or whatever. It's like a corned beef sandwich.
Okay.
It's just bread, mayonnaise, corned beef.
So with those dishes, are they like I guess we're gonna say accepted here? Do a lot of people like that? Do they choose the
fusion over the traditional?
Yeah.
I don't do well with my own kind. They because then they'll say it's stush. And it's a bit much for them.
I got you.
But because they just don't want to try it.
Okay.
It's all it is.
Get it.
They don't want to. They don't want to try it. You know.
I think you're too good for the tradition, so that's where the stush comes from.
Yeah.
Oh, you bougie now.
Yeah.
You get to America,
you
what
see
you
how
had at home is too good.
Right.
I got it. Okay.
So that would be a stigma, basically a stigma behind the Caribbean dishes.
What
that
they prefer tradition?
Yes.
Caribbean people,
culture.
period.
Yeah, they're very traditional.
They don't
very
like to
change music.
No.
Their style of religion, everything is
Yeah.
straight by the book. So let me ask you this: there was this Netflix special that came out, I believe, like 2 days ago, probably a week ago, maybe about a week ago. It's called High on the Hog. Have you seen it yet?
Yeah, I watched it a couple of days.
That was very deep. I didn't realize food went that deep. Like for as the ancestors and where it originated from, way before slavery and stuff like that.
Food is a psychological thing.
I didn't know that.
Like you don't even understand, and I don't think we get it when we take a bite. We don't understand the significance of that feeling that we get when we take that bite, like and where it takes us to.
Right.
You know, especially if it's something traditional or that you haven't had in a long time or whatever.
Right.
It really, really gets to you. So it's something I don't understand where the big divide is, because it's something we all have in common. Like we all have to eat.
Right.
You know? And we should it should be better to break bread with whoever because we have that thing.
And that's what I was about to say. That's where the term break bread comes from, because that was when you got people together the most in fellowship.
Absolutely.
Like people usually gathered around food.
Yeah.
It used to be the center point of a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, but you get away from that because for whatever reasons, everybody has their own agenda.
When I seen that, I'll say, man, because one of the guys on the show, he was like, he tied a dish that they was making. I think he was in Benin. He was in Benin, and at the same time, they had tradition with slavery.
Yeah.
And how when they brought the slaves over, what they ate. So they was eating original dishes that they don't even have nowhere in the world, like natural dishes. And he said that took him to a place where he got in tune with the ancestors, and the ancestors actually spoke through him through eating these foods that they don't even produce no more.
It does that.
So in saying that,
that's what it's supposed to do.
Right.
Yeah.
So in saying that, prayer. When you prepare your food, a lot of people don't do this. You know how like back in the day, well, I don't know that in the Caribbean, but like you go in the country and you had people that prayed over their food before they prepared it. Not before they ate it, before they prepared it. Is that something that you practice when you prepare your food?
Well, see, I don't outsource my divinity. I've never been a believer in that. Like I gotta hand it over to somebody. It's already here. So my hands to me are the blessing.
Okay.
And so I don't, and more times I don't know what I'm going to do or how I'm going to do it, but I just get in there and I get it done. There's really no.
You tap in.
I do.
Okay.
I do. But it's almost like the minute I walk in my kitchen, it's not even me anymore.
That's more of a chef than anybody can train anywhere with a certificate. So that's why when people say, "Oh, I went and trained here, and I went to France, and I lived here, and I worked under such and such," kudos to you. But I would still defer to Akeila before I necessarily defer to them for a certain thing.
You have these people that are drizzling garlic butter over everything on Instagram, and they're calling themselves chefs nowadays. Or
I feel it's a natural thing. It's a talent, and you
not,
can be trained. It's like really a hairstylist, a barber.
I think it's a Texas
it's
thing, though.
in you. It's
everywhere. Everybody
Really?
thinks they can cook now,
Right?
And it really and you could cook. I'm not saying that you can't. You can possibly cook for the people you know.
Yeah.
Can you cook for the masses? No.
Okay.
Because it takes a lot to want to get up one day and say, well, I'm going to cook for these 200 people today, and every dish that you put out has to be
200.
the
Wow.
same.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then still sweating bullets. My biggest thing is no matter how talented I know I am, I am always concerned. Did I do a well enough job that day? So I don't feel good until I get that review the next day. And more times, even if I'm there, they won't say anything. The quiet sometimes I heard it was supposed to be a good thing, but I'm like, my anxiety's kicking in. Like, say something because I'm watching, but it's a lot to feel that way every time and the next day still want to do it.
But they keep you humble though.
Yeah, it does.
So saying that, because I'm thinking about that, going to like a wedding and you have a nice, elegant wedding and you have an actual chef that prepares like 200 dishes, each individual dish. The stress behind that, explain that, like what's the preparation behind that? Because I know some people could cook 2 or 3 meals or 10 meals.
You got to know
200. And they got to be perfect.
You have to know how to run your kitchen. Everybody has stations. Everybody, you have to know what's pre-prepared. It's also the setup. Can we cook on site? Do we cook off site? Sometimes it's easier to cook in your own kitchen than it is to go to a remote kitchen and try and pull it together with whatever they have. But for the most part, it's a lot. It takes a lot of diligence. Like it's
preparation.
Because I'm thinking about, like, say for instance, like say chicken. Say chicken is everybody. It's like a universal food, but everybody don't eat chicken. But some people eat chicken certain ways. No, I'm gonna say steak. Say steak is different because steak is cooked certain ways. Some people like it well done. Some people like it medium. Some people like it raw.
Some people like shoe leather.
Right. So, you have 200 people that you have to feed, and you want to satisfy everybody because that's a steak.
That's where the preparation on the people who you're cooking for. Okay. They have to help you. They have to meet you halfway.
Right.
What your guests want. Do your guests want fish, chicken, steak? So with that said, if they pick the steak, how do they want it done? Now, when I get there, their steak is in the building.
Okay.
It's up to you to let me know where they're sitting.
Right.
So I can get them their rightful steak.
I got you.
I did an event about a month and a half ago, and the amount of pressure they put on me to get it right. Then when I got there, the thing was supposed to start at 2:00. It's 4:00, and my salads are ready to go out.
Oh wow!
And they're telling you the
not
weight.
one person
was there.
It's over at 6, by the way. So then when they start coming in, I was like, hey, I need the list of who's sitting where. She didn't have place settings. So I'm just supposed to come tap you on the shoulder and say,
what's your name?
What did you have?
Right.
Like, that's weird to me. Like, you go the extra mile, you have this nice setup and it's beautiful or whatever. Just, it's the follow through. And I don't like jobs like that because then it makes me look like
You don't know what you're doing. You're not prepared.
And a lot of people think that majority of that, anything that goes on the table,
absolutely
is us, and
Right.
it really isn't.
It's not your fault, but that's the way it looks because
It
you are
right.
to
It was
prepare.
I've never walked away from a job feeling like it was more work than it was worth. That was the first time. And
But in those
it was so
situations,
frustrating.
does that make you want to say, for instance, there are certain steaks that for masters can be prepared a certain way. So let's say it's a filet. You say, okay, the filet is going to go out medium.
Yeah.
If there's somewhere with a specification. So if you were to work with that person again and there was steak, they would probably get that up front. Okay, so this is how this is going to be.
No, charge them more.
Right,
one,
because
for
that's what I'm saying. But that's
I
how.
didn't charge them for last time.
But you know that if you want to work with them again.
Yeah, probably wouldn't. People, it's a big, because you have cooks or chefs or whatever you want to call them are part of the service industry.
Correct.
So just because I'm in your space, you paid me to do a job.
Right.
I am not here to do all the jobs.
I got you.
And it got down to a point where she was just like, okay, we're going to bring the cake out and you could cut the cake. And I said, no, ma'am.
Okay, so wait. The other day,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say a I just cook for people.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
do this. So I did an event the other day, and I made a post about my mom coming and helping and all of this. And at the very end of the post, that was the last thing I said. I am in the service industry, but I am not the help. Watch your adjectives. That was the last statement I made. I am
you.
not the help. Watch your adjectives.
And it
You
was
are
like
gonna watch how you
the
talk
minute
to me.
we got in the door, it was
Thank
like, do
you.
this
I'm
and do
glad I
that
said-
and
right.
do this and do that. And I
No.
was just like, all right, I'll oblige you on cutting these lines up for the person who's supposed to tend your bar.
Right.
They were supposed to be here to cut these lines.
Oh, but you have a knife, so you should just want to
Sure,
cut them for
why
me.
not?
Well, they probably don't know though. A lot of people don't know.
No,
They
no,
know. They know.
No, they know.
Because
Wait till somebody come
So,
to you. Hey,
so
DJ,
no, so
play
when
this song.
when she said that,
That's different.
When she
No, it's
said
not.
the cake thing, I was just like, no. She's like, no, I thought we talked about you cutting the cake. I said we couldn't have because I charge you $6 a slice. Because
Okay.
it's not easy to cut a cake, and it's not easy to cut a cake to the portion to get so everybody gets the same size slice.
Right.
I don't like math.
he or she probably didn't know how to do
I'm
that.
just trying to figure out why you're playing devil's advocate. At the end of the day, it was
Because
there was
That's
a
what he
level
does.
of disrespect
You know why?
there.
You know why? Because
that-
I probably was that person before, not knowing
Yeah.
that. Because sometimes you hire people, you don't know what you hire them as. You might hire them as
Ask
the
questions.
entertainment.
You do ask questions.
That's why you
though.
need to ask
but
questions,
I
where your
set
money is going.
firm lines. No, I'm not.
Because
no.
a lot of times I was at weddings and sometimes I ask cooks, could you give me a drink? Because you're behind the bar, but not knowing that there was just cooks, not being an
Why is the
a-hole.
cook behind the bar?
Well, you know how sometimes
It's
they have
how
the
it
bar
was-
set
how
up.
It's set up. Like
Yeah.
it's
If
like,
you go to certain weddings,
Yeah.
But I asked him, could you give me a beer or whatever? I'm like, but I didn't know. I thought you was part of the drink
But
crew.
I think sometimes it takes just a little bit more time just to figure it out. Like if you really
I got you.
care enough about the people who are serving you, I think it doesn't take a lot to just say, let me ask a question or let me find out first before you just assume. I won't tell you no the first time.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Let me get it for you if I can grab it, if it's easy for me or
And they
whatever.
come back.
But if you keep coming back to
Again.
me, then I'm going to put my tip jar out.
Because a lot of people do attend events or go to places and just see people
Let me go
in
and
a
get that
work
car.
capacity.
Yeah.
So they just figure everyone is everything. That
Yeah.
you're just the help.
No.
Hey, can you get?
There's so many moving
Who do you think
parts.
I am? Right.
Yeah.
Like,
and if I'm big on this. If I didn't invoice you for it, don't ask me to do it. Because
Okay.
anything I eat down to me
My time is
cleaning
not
up
free.
your event is on that invoice.
Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna let you know this is the service charge. This is then you want the private chef experience. You gonna call me the day before Mother's Day.
Okay.
I want it. I already got a job book. I really just need you to do this job for me. I'm
A
coming.
little
in.
extra money. That's all. A little
Listen.
extra.
All right.
That's
I don't
extra.
mind a little
Yeah.
extra.
Okay.
as long as you don't either.
Listen. So he said, yeah, so how much would this and that
I'm on a
because
budget.
we had an Airbnb and I want to show her a good time or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm
on a budget, but help me out, hook me out.
As soon as I hear I'm on a
lamb
budget,
chops and shrimp and grits.
as soon as I hear I'm on a budget, I refer you to what do you call that, DoorDash or whatever, because they will work with that budget. But he said, I want to do all this for her or whatever, and I said, cool. So I said, because I already have a job that day, what I could do for you is I could pre-cook your meals, but I'll come in, I'll do the setup and everything, whatever. And I hit him with a price. And he was like, dang, for that much, you got to cook for me. And I was like, I did cook for you. I am cooking for you. And he was like, I said, what is the experience you're looking for? And he says, well, I thought you were going to be there with the chef code and you want to.
Oh, he wanted
and
that.
I was like,
take her to
sir, I said, if I even told you the price I charge just to put my coat on.
Right.
And he was like, no, I want to know. I'm like, if you blushing at I charged you for the two of y'all.
Right.
What you gonna do when you see the price for the coat? So I was like, sir, that's about,
Right, a certain price.
People don't realize
and he was just
that.
like, give me an hour to get back to you. I was like, I'll never hear from you again.
Well, people,
You could just say goodbye.
Yeah, just.
but you know what? In saying that, a lot of people don't know the actual price for like private chefs. They think it's like something simple.
If it has the word private in front of it,
Right.
assume
It's a price that
That
comes
that
with
it's
it.
a price.
Yes.
Because you want the experience.
Yes.
You want that feeling. You want to be able to show some people I got it like that. Look
Yeah,
what
you know.
I got somebody in the kitchen. This
You
is
know
what
how I do it. This is how I do it. I got you.
But even on the other side, you can even say any events with 200 people with a set menu, a set what have you, and it's not a quote unquote private situation. People still clutch their pearls at the price of a per head or what you charge for that. They really think
it's not
all of that for this.
But the crazy part about it is, if it were that easy, why are you not doing it? And why
Right.
do you need me to do it?
Right. I got
Because
you.
even say I were to get married, I ain't doing it.
But cause so when you
I don't want to do it.
I got you.
It's a lot. I'm not gonna enjoy my day.
So in saying that, all right, I'm going to something.
Now I'm gonna micromanage.
That's what I'm saying. I was going there, and I was gonna go there. So when you go to places, do you critique the food?
Okay, so I am what you would call, a super taster.
Okay.
I cannot help it.
And what is that?
I will literally
Taste it.
dissect a plate off a couple bites, if not one bite. I would know exactly
Would you send it
what was
back?
in it. No, I'm not. I don't do that.
Okay.
I think in the food industry, it's a lot. It takes a lot to do it. I respectfully would probably just order something else, but I won't send it back.
Yeah, because I know.
And I don't like spit food, so.
What is
Yeah,
that?
my mom told me that a long
Yeah.
time ago. You do not send food back. She worked
not?
as a barmaid in a bar, and they served
Why?
food. And it was a guy. He sent his steak back, and she took it back in the kitchen. And she said what that cook did to that steak
Yeah.
to send it back
Well-
to that man. She said she has sworn to this day she can't afford to just
We're
buy a
not
whole
gonna
nother
assume
meal.
everybody
Does that.
Does that, but you know it can
understand
happen.
that
It's an insult.
Okay, to me, in my home,
Okay.
when I'm cooking, or just cooking in general for customers, clients, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
I put my day into it.
Right.
It is a release for me.
All right.
You put your day into a dish, and somebody was like, nope. You was already having a bad day, and somebody was just like, yeah, not so much. Not crazy about this dish. I've never done it. I would never do it. But you don't know people's mentality. You don't
That's
know
true.
where they're at.
There's still people.
You know,
But if I paid top dollar for a meal,
would you be able to differentiate spit from
no, you can't. You
juice
can't dial for
on
one spit. It's all right. But if I ate steak and I order a tomahawk steak, and everybody knows a nice tomahawk steak is like maybe $180.
Right.
Right. So you get a tomahawk steak, and it's not cooked the way I need it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna be rude. I'm like, excuse me, ma'am, it's not cooked how I like it. Could you send this back and get it redone for me?
Are you okay? Because with steak,
They expect that a little bit.
they do with
Mm-hmm.
steak.
There's a grace period with that.
Now if it's like a chicken breast, And I'm just being an a-hole, and it's only $20 from Applebee's. Stop.
It's not enough salt. Send it back.
Why are you at Applebee's?
Well,
Right.
I'm sorry.
You too old for that.
Y'all know y'all go to Applebee's happy. I'll stop doing that.
Applebee's still open?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I know Chili's is.
Chili's will be here till after the apocalypse.
Right.
Chili's and McDonald's.
Forever, right? Yeah. So let me ask you this. Do people mix the Caribbean fusion up with soul food? Do they say, oh, you got good soul food?
No.
What is Caribbean fusion?
All right. So I take the food from different cultures, like Vietnamese, Italian, Chinese, Cuban,
I can get
all
a
that,
banh
and
mi
then
with some jerk. Yes.
and I do either the Caribbean spices, or I'll prepare it in the way we prepare our food, depending on what the dish is. But I do like to, because like I do my own version of I don't know how you say it, really. Is it pho?
Pho,
There you go. I do my own version of it. That, that I'll make or whatever, in the in the
Like
winter
yakami.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So today Akeila blessed us with some a dish pertaining Caribbean fusion. So
He got nervous.
Yeah.
He
particularly,
can't even talk.
I'm about to bite into this. I'm about to see what it is. So exactly, what's in this dish?
Okay, you got a shrimp fried rice with a jerk salmon and a
He's going to eat his. I'll show him.
I'm gonna eat mine.
it's
So the shrimp fried rice is the Asian part of it.
sure.
Ooh, it smells delicious.
And then
Ooh,
the salmon.
I smell it. I smell the spices, though. I smell the Caribbean. Ooh.
So,
And my
all right.
husband doesn't eat seafood, so I don't have to share.
this the
Oh,
ribbon.
good for you.
So this
It smells delicious. I'm going to wait.
is jerk salmon.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna pick a bone with you
Yeah.
because at the event, he
He's
came to me
disrespectful. He's
and
No.
said,
disrespectful.
"Oh, I taste that Walker's
That Walker Wood, yeah.
But how about it's not though?
What is Walker Woods?
It's the jerk that you get in
In
the
a jar?
store.
Well, you only can get it
Yeah.
from Jamaica though.
You cannot.
But you
can
still
get it at
disrespected
H-E-B.
that lady.
No, I
you
didn't.
so
No.
disrespectful.
H-E-B.
I didn't say it like that.
You did.
I said
You
that. You know what that tastes
absolutely
like?
did.
That's
And
just
I
like
said-
walking in there and telling
and I
Mama
said-
she didn't make her pie crust from scratch.
And I said, no, it's not. And he was just like, yeah, it is. That's Walker's. And I'm just like,
I'm
Who
sorry.
are you, sir?
listen.
Sorry, man.
He disrespectful.
So when he hit
It's all right right here.
me up about
Coming
wanted
out.
to talk to me about a show or podcast or whatever, I was like, talk to my manager.
I have nothing for you.
I have no time for the BS,
I'm
please.
sorry. I apologize.
That's who he is as a human.
So this is
Listen.
the jerk sauce. Is it originally made? What is it?
Yeah, I make everything
there
from
he go
scratch.
again.
That's pretty good. I like it.
You so disrespectful.
Maybe-
Is it originally made?
Yeah, 'cause
At least he
even-
asked you this
even
time.
my I have this sauce and I sell it on my website. It's a monkey sauce. It's a mango habanero sauce that I make by myself, and then I make my curry coconut.
Let me go see.
Do you
sauce on the
sell
website.
sauces? Anything?
Yeah.
You do?
She just said on her
Okay,
side.
cool.
I just won't do the jerk though.
Okay.
I won't sell it.
So Akeila,
Yes.
I need some water.
Drink some tequila.
Yeah. So Akeila, if anybody wants your service, if anybody wants to book you, or
The Walker Woods got your throat, huh?
if anybody wanted to book you for a private event, or they wanted to purchase your sauces
Yeah.
or your services,
Yeah.
how can they find Akeila
So you
Francis?
can reach me firstly at stushfood.com
Okay.
or my Instagram stushgal22.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you spell stush?
STUSHGYAL.
I see.
That's pretty. I like that. Everybody, look. That food is good. I'm sweating over here, but it's good
Is it? Why
Is-
are you sweating?
because it's hot.
What?
It's kind of spicy. See, I'm from Louisiana, and I used to eat real spicy food,
Yeah.
but as I got older, I can't eat that no more.
Yeah.
Oh no, I can't eat. It messes my stomach up and everything. But this is good. I'm gonna eat
My
that.
kids wipe their eyes with spice. They're
Oh
just like,
no. Yeah, but anyway, guys, look, man. Akeila, I appreciate you coming on the show.
thank you.
We're gonna see Akeila again. Akila's gonna start a cooking show. We're gonna let you guys know when. Can't give you no details right now. Right.
Ain't none.
No details right now, but you're going to see Akeila with her own cooking show. So everybody make sure you hit Akeila up. Guys, this is the Culturally Distinct Podcast. This is DJ KO.
K-Jack is in the building.
And you guys, make sure you guys tune in. I love you guys. Peace out.
Bye.